Hi, this is Lou from Lou's Antiques and Collectibles, and today we are up north at Sault Ste. Marie, and we're going to do some junking and we're going to do some traveling too. So we buy things for our 2 antique booths and 2 antique malls. So we're going to have a little fun and do some tourist things, and we're also go to a bin store and see what we can find there for our antique booth. So come on along. We're heading into the main part of the Sioux Locks, and you can see right ahead of us there's a boat going right into the locks right now. So we're going to have to go take a look at that. There's a viewing area and a nice place to see it all. Wow, that's a big boat. From Canada this time. So we just got to get a parking spot up here in town. Bay St. Paul. I don't know if that's pronounced right, but that's what it looks like. Very nice. Now getting a parking spot might be the trick. It's a cute little town, lots of little souvenir shops and places to shop. The locks, and we're going to go get a close-up picture of some of that stuff for you folks. And here's a little downtown area with all the little souvenir shops. And I see somebody backing out. We might luck out and get a parking spot right in the front. How about that? A little bit rainy today, but not terrible. So here's another picture of the downtown area right by the locks, and it's a pretty busy area. Lots of little shops, souvenirs and food and all that good stuff that you find in a tourist town. But nice little downtown area, and the locks are right on over. Here's the visitor center for the locks right across the street. Pretty handy. So we're heading on through the city, and we're going to stop at this little older house. It's the Great Lakes Shipwreck Historical Society, and we're going to go inside. This is free to the public, so it's a kind of a neat museum. It's right next to Sioux Locks. So we're going to go in and take a look at some of their displays. They had a lot of information on the Edmund Fitzgerald, which is probably one of the most famous shipwrecks in the Great Lakes, but they also had lots of information about other things and the historical things that have gone in that city that have happened through the years. So it was a very nice museum to go to get a good idea of what has happened there. So we enjoyed it, and it was free, so everybody should go to it. And lots of cool displays. There's the Fitzgerald display right there, which I find to be quite interesting. It was a big tragedy in this area years ago. And this is the U.S. Army Corps that runs the Sioux Locks, and that other picture was a viewing station. It's 3 levels where you could look at the different boats on different levels. So this is the gates, and where you can go is very close to the ships, so you really get a good view of what's happening. You can see the water even fill up or go down into the locks. So we're going to take a look at some of these boats, and we're going to head on over to a bin store. And here's Bins Ahoy. And Bins Ahoy is, they buy pallets from different stores. I would say like Kohl's and Target and Amazon and a variety of stores. And everything's in giant bins, and every day the price changes. So one day it's $4, maybe the next day it's $3, and they have their schedule on their website if you want to know which day is which price. So they get cheaper through the week, and they even go down to 25 cents, which is pretty awesome. So you never know what you're going to find in these stores. And even though I primarily buy antiques for the antique malls, I do buy new collectibles. So if there's a store in the area, I like to check it out and see what I can find. There was a Star Wars, that was a stuffed animal there. It was packed, compressed, so it looks flat, but it poofs out when you buy it. So that was kind of interesting to me. So I was looking through that, and you just never know what you're going to find in these stores. It's like a total treasure hunt. And oftentimes, besides finding stuff for the antique mall, we buy a lot of stuff for ourselves too. So whenever we're in this area, I love coming to the store, and they were so gracious to us and allowed us to videotape while we were in there. And a thank you shout out to them, because that was really cool, and we can really show you all the neat things that they have. So like I said, it starts out at a higher price, and then it goes down from there, and it depends on how many items you buy and what price you pay. Now that was kind of a neat backpack. I ended up not getting this, and I should have got that, because that was really nice, especially with the kids going back to school pretty soon. That would have been a good seller. There was a shower curtain there. And they give you these IKEA bags so you can use them to fill up as many things as you want. They even got clothes in there. I know I've been to some before where I actually have gotten quite a few new clothes. So you just got to get the right size. So there was quite a few of these bins like this, and you just go around and you kind of dig through them. And if you're not a person that likes to dig through stuff, it's probably not for you, but I love this kind of stuff. Like I said, it is like a treasure hunt. You never know what you're going to find in there. We have found the oddest things in some of these bin stores. My husband has got a lot of photography equipment actually in a bin store that's around our area. So you just never know what you're going to get. So of course we have to dig through all of them. Plus it was a lot of fun.
Daddy.
I think I ended up getting this. This looks like a bicycle seat. No, maybe I passed on that one. Lots of toys and lots of phone covers and things like that. There's some electronics in there. And you just never know. Here's those I think were shoelaces that stretched. Which when I was a therapist, I used to buy those all the time. And boy, it would have been a lot cheaper to buy it there. But I'm retired now from that job, so I don't really need those things anymore. But if I had access back in the day, I have found actually a lot of good therapy toys and things of that nature in some of these things that cost quite a lot of money. Cute clothes sometimes you can find. And a lot of times they'll be in a box that's unmarked and it's sealed, but they're more than happy to open the box for you. And that was that little flat, I call it Baby Yoda, but I think his name is Grodu or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm not up on the Star Wars stuff like a lot of other folks are. Now, I have bought in some of, like some Pokemon stuffed animals, and I've bought some other stuffed animals that are related to video games at these bin places. And I'm telling you what, they sell like hotcakes. They usually sell within the day I put them out. The kids know all the characters. I'm not that familiar with them. Usually what I do if I see one is I ask a younger mother, who is this? And they usually can tell me who it is. And if it's anything related to a video game, boy, those things sell really fast. So that would be in my more collectible category, which both malls allow us to do that. So that's kind of cool. Oh, that was kind of a neat case. I thought my daughter might want that, but she passed on that. I usually end up buying a lot of stuff for her too at these stores. But you just got to have the patience and you get amazing things. There was some things for the wall or things to decals and lots of those little pop-em toys. Those finger fidget toys. You usually see a lot of those there. There's a nice exercise ball. I would have definitely got that back in the day when I was doing therapy. So I went through a lot of those. And I want to say it was maybe $4 day today. So everything was $4. And sometimes you find a lot of seasonal stuff too. Sometimes there'll be, I know at another store I've gotten a lot of Halloween costumes and some Christmas items and even some Christmas domes with little light up trees in them. I bought a bunch of those to take to one of the shows that I'm going to be doing because they were so cute. And I think I only paid $3 for those, but that was at a different store. But this one is very similar, and I would imagine they got lots of good deals. So we were probably there a good hour to really dig through them all. And like I said, they were so gracious to allow us to videotape. So if you're up in the Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan area, stop in on this store because it is pretty nice. And it would be especially fun if you could hit it on 25-cent day. Now the lady did tell me what they do is they sell some box lots quite often, not all the time, where they put a lot of the leftover items in a huge box and they sell the whole box for $6. I thought that would be kind of cool to get. It'd be like a mystery box. And if you've watched my past videos, my mystery bags were never that good. But I think a mystery box from this place could be pretty cool. I think you'd get a lot of stuff because the boxes they used were quite large. So I'd be up for that, but they didn't have any of those today. So there was probably about 30 to 40 bins within the store. And I did buy those. Those I thought would be so nice to put out for a show. They were a little...
Check these out.
A lot of times kids come to the vintage market and there's not a lot for them to buy and their parents give them money. And I thought, I'm going to put some toys out for the kids for $1 and $2. And then they'd have something that they could take home. I know a lot of times I give out children's rings, especially at the Halloween show. So yeah, it's nice to have something for the kids. They can get a little something and they're more happy about being there. So this was a whole table of jewelry that they had. All new jewelry. Which was cool that they had this separated on a separate table. You could really see it a lot better. So they start, I think $6 is the highest price that they start at. So item for $6 would be probably the most you'd pay, which is really pretty cheap. And they did have a nice rack of clothing. Probably should have got that Top Gun shirt. I don't know why I didn't get that. I must not have been thinking. I was kind of looking for clothes for myself. That's cute. That shirt was cute too. Sometimes you watch these videos later and you narrate them and you think, what was I thinking? I should have bought that. And I should have bought that. I wish it was closer to our house. I'd be there all the time. And here's some more. There's clothing a lot of times in the bags. And if you read the tags, they often will tell you what's in there. And they'll often even say the size. So that's very helpful. And if they don't, like I said, they're more than happy, I'm sure, to open anything up that you would like to look at. Sometimes you find these interesting boxes and you got to read on the back like, what is this? And like I said, usually you can kind of figure it out. Well, that's kind of pretty looking. Let's see what else we can find. There was lots of steering wheel covers there this day. But I've been in there on recent vacations, and there actually was a lot of toys in there too. I just think it depends what they get. Every week is different. Ooh, there's quite a monster mask. That probably would look good on one of my Halloween displays. I probably should have got that. And those I ended up getting 3 things for jewelry for $4. That's like $1.30 a piece. Can't beat that. And I'm always looking for little tweezers and little things like that to fix jewelry. So pliers. Those were nice and small. And there was another Grogu thing. And I did get some of these too. These little Pokemon balls. I found a set that had them all in there, and they seem to have all the pieces in the inside too. Like I said, Pokemon stuff, it's kind of come back into style. I mean, I can remember Pokemon, and back in the 80s and 90s, my kids were into them, but they're really back in right now, and that Pokemon stuff seems to fly off the shelf. I wish I'd have kept all those cards my kids had, because I'm sure they'd be really valuable right now, but it's one of those things you just threw away because you didn't think too much of it back in the day. The mistakes we make, that's what makes things valuable, because we all threw them away. And these bags I ended up buying, these were some nice cellophane bags. They were only $4. There was 100 of them in there. I've actually already used those to put items in. They're a nice way to display items. And they have a little hole you can put on the top, and you can hang them from pegboards. They look really nice and clean. This was some nice curtains. I have found the best curtains there too. So we're going to be checking out here to see what we've gotten, and we'll show you what we got. So we're here at the Sioux Locks, and this is our beautiful campsite. And I'm going to go through some of the stuff that I got at Bins Ahoy, which was the pallet store where they buy new pallets from, I think, Amazon and Kohl's and whoever they can get them from, but they have a lot of cool stuff there. Okay, here's some of the things I got. So I got these Pokemon toys. These have been good sellers for me, the Pokemon and the anime toys, even though it's an antique mall. I have new collectibles there, so I did get these. They got little toys and all the balls, and everything on this table was $4 or less. These I got, these are some more toys though, the little mini pop toys. There's 20 of them in a pack. And why I bought these is when I do the vintage market, it's often nice to have little toys for the kids to buy because they don't get anything much there. So I put these out for $1 a piece, and that'll be a great profit because there's 20 of them in there. So I got that mainly for them. Sometimes you find supplies here, and I found all of these bags. There's 100 bags in here to put little toys in, antiques, some smalls, whatever you need them for. But $4, that was cheap. And also I got these jewelry pliers there, which I needed these. My pliers are always lost, and these are nice because they're made for jewelry. They're made for small items. These items here are things that we got for ourselves. Here's some iPhone watch bands. We got that for my daughter, and we got a whole box of fake plants, succulents for her that she really wanted. And then my husband got a little tripod which we can use for the business. So those are the things we got for $4 each at Bins Ahoy and Sault Ste. Marie. Then they were also giving away masks and face shields for free, so we got a bunch of these too. So that was a good day. And this is Lou from Lou's Antiques saying goodbye, and we'll see you again. Stay tuned next week as we go down to Mackinac City, and we'll show you all the things that we did there and where we went junking. Bye, everybody.